We thought Jake Paul vs. Gervonta. Tank Davis couldn't get any wilder, but it did. At their latest press conference, things spiraled out of control with insults, stunts, and personal shots. Backstage, after the cameras supposedly turned off, Tank finally snapped and punched Jake Paul. The 135-pound champion had enough of the trash talk and taunts, sparking a brawl that stunned the boxing world. It all began in New York, where the first official press conference seemed routine, until Jake took the mic and called Tank "stupid" after he stumbled over the fight date, escalating the trolling from there.
The day I gave this little guy an opportunity, he should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You pay me? Are you pay me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. I'm your daddy.
Jake mocked Gervonta's 55-frame sparring, sneering, "There's a lot of punching down in this camp. I've been sparring with 8-year-olds, practicing hitting below my knees." The crowd laughed. Tank didn't. Davis shot back, "If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat you in jail and low. On my mama, I'm beating both of you." *Love, of course, refers to Jake's coach. Jake just smirked and kept piling on.
Jake Paul, Tank Davis fight got moved to Miami.
I think Jake wins.
Jake's just so big, dude.
I think Jake wins.
This is different because it's similar. It's similar to Logan versus Mayweather, but Jake Paul now obviously is way more advanced than where Logan was at that moment in time.
I mean,
Gervonta
it's
is
just
fucking sick.
I mean, yeah, no, but dude,
Did
Jake.
you ever watch his highlights?
Jake can crack,
nasty,
man.
He's so sick. I love that.
If the size jokes weren't enough, Jake crossed the line by bringing up Tank's arrest history. He stared Davis down and said, "You're a clown. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is a clown." The room went silent, as everyone understood he was referencing Tank's past domestic violence allegations, charges that were later dropped but have haunted Davis for years.
You know, he got arrested. I mean, any thoughts on that one?
You did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
You know, I mean, hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, just get your... That's it, basically. Just shit, you don't hit women, man. Yeah!
Even hardcore fight fans were stunned. Tank's calm, laid-back demeanor instantly turned stone cold. While he didn't throw a punch on stage, the intensity in his eyes was clear. Jake had lit a fuse. But Jake wasn't finished. When Tank fired back, criticizing Jake's outfit and mohawk, Jake escalated, literally bringing out 2 clowns, complete with red noses, face paint, and balloons. One even handed Tank a balloon animal.
Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the clown, buddy. You're the clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female, like, come on. It will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that, but P. Diddy, when things got like that, no, listen, when one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No.
The crowd erupted as Jake laughed in Tank's face. "You're the clown, Gervonta, not me." Tank even cracked a smile for a moment, but the anger was simmering. Fast forward to Miami for the second press conference. More trash talk, and this time, money entered the mix. Aiden Ross, streaming live, jokingly offered to bet Tank $250,000. Tank laughed and countered, $500K or nothing. Jake jumped in. "Let's make it $1 million." Tank shot back. "Double it, $2 million. Jake didn't hesitate. $2 million, let's do it.
You heavy, Gervonta, but I want to side bet you. I got Jake winning.
We already side betted though.
We already did. What was the bet?
200.
Let's go 250.
Let's go 500.
No, hell no. See, Jake, that's what, Jake.
Come on, wow. You have to take it, bro.
Jake, y'all are making $50 million for this on Netflix. I can't do it. You split the bet with me, 250, 250.
Easy. Let's make it $1 million.
Whoa.
Let's make it 2.
Jake.
Let's make it 2.
$1 million total. Yeah.
Jake, $1 million.
2 mil? 2 mil? 2 mil. Let's do it.
Right here, 2. 2 mil.
Jake.
Easy work, bro.
2 mil? Oh, they're shaking left here.
2 mil.
There we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
$2 million.
Yes, sir.
$2 million.
Hey.
The handshake was made, and a $2 million side bet was sealed in front of fans, media, and Netflix cameras. That moment turned tension into pure animosity. When money's on the line, pride follows. After the press conference, the fighters went backstage. Though the cameras were off, the trash talk allegedly continued. Jake reportedly mocked Tank again about his arrest, saying, "Don't miss court, little man." That was the breaking point. Tank lunged and punched Jake Paul. Security jumped in immediately. Jake stumbled but stayed on his feet amid shouts, chaos, and people pulling them apart. Witnesses said Jake tried to retaliate but barely connected, while Tank's punch landed clean, igniting the madness before handlers swarmed the scene. Footage hasn't leaked yet, but insiders are already calling it one of the wildest backstage brawls since Mike Tyson vs. Lennox Lewis. This isn't a normal beef. Jake Paul is a 6'1" cruiserweight who fought Mike Tyson at 227 pounds, while Tank Davis is a 5'5" lightweight champion dominating at 135 pounds, a nearly 100 lb gap. Yet Tank still swung first, proving that size doesn't always matter when skill and determination collide.
Every time I fight is fireworks. Jake Paul coming in, you know, he's much bigger, he's much stronger. Boxing wins come November the 14th. You know, it's not just me and Jake on a fight. It's a whole card, and we just giving boxing what it needs, and that's excitement.
He certainly has the size, stronger guy. What specifically does Jake Paul have that concerns you?
What concerns me, his power. Gotta test his power. Gotta test his just everything, to be honest. I never been in the ring with Jake, so I could say a lot, but when it comes down to November the 14th, you know, I gotta be in there with him. I gotta be able to, you know, his arm reach, his size, his power, you know, the way he moving and things like that. I just gotta adapt, you know, as I fight him come November the 14th.
What?
The fight itself has strict rules to keep things fair. 10 rounds of 3 minutes each, 195 lb maximum weight, 12 Oz gloves, 3 judges, and 1 winner. So while it's technically an exhibition, this is a real fight. Now, the $1 million question: has Jake Paul already gotten in Gervonta's head? Consider this: Jake has been poking, prodding, clowning, and taunting from day one. Tank usually brushes off trash talk, but Jake hit some nerves. His size, legal history, and credibility all played a part.
Would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down.
Gervonta,
I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
And Tank finally cracked, punching Jake before the fight even began. That's exactly what Jake wants, because an angry Tank isn't a smart Tank. Love him or hate him, Jake thrives on chaos.
Of yours, just want to say what you're doing for boxing is phenomenal. You're putting it on the map. What you're doing with the ladies, with the Mike Tyson and UFC
I
fighters.
swing on you right now.
Nobody. And I love you too, Gervonta. I'm a big fan of yours. But I just wanted to tell this man what he's doing for boxing and putting it on the map, and I just want to take my hat off to you.
Get the mic from him.
So,
get the mic from him, for real.
What I want to say is, if you beat Tank, you know, people are going to say you beat a smaller man. So what's the victory here?
Man, honestly, people always have something to say. It's old news. Keep talking. At the end of the day, you're here. So whatever anyone has to say, just keep on saying it, please. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
On the flip side, maybe Jake is writing checks his chin can't cash. Gervonta Davis is one of the hardest punchers pound for pound. If he can rock guys his own size, just imagine what could happen if he lands clean on Jake, even with a weight disadvantage.
The dangerous fight for Jake. Gervonta's technical expertise, his speed, his precision, the fact that he's a counter striker are dangerous facts that make me think that Jake's really got to lock in for this one. On the contrary, if Gervonta feels a couple big Jake Paul shots, it's going to be detrimental.
I think this is going to be one of those ones that gets a real good racial split. I think it's going to be some real black versus white shit, dude.
Jake's brand is all about being the disruptor, the outsider who trolls his way into huge fights. But Tank isn't an aging MMA star or a washed-up boxer. He's a current, active champion. If he already snapped Backstage, just imagine what he'll do once the bell rings. That said, not everyone is hyped about this fight.
Big Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, Lamont Roach performed great. They went to draw, and, I just don't know. And Tank walked away. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 80 to 100 pounds.
A large part of the boxing world is openly calling this fight a joke.
Jake Paul versus Tank, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, everyone's talking about it. It's a whole thing. A lot of people liked it, didn't like it. Yeah. How did you feel when you first saw that it was a thing?
It pissed me the fuck off, bro.
Yeah, why?
It's just disappointing on mainly Jake's end. We're not falling for the Disney Channel bit no more. We're not falling for you're not a fighter no more. We're not falling for that. You're ranked as a cruiserweight and you're out here trying to fight a lightweight. And then on top of it, you were just talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. That doesn't make no sense. And, I just felt like it was a disgrace to boxing, and kind of it was not a good move by Jake Paul. I understand people saying, Gervonta got to go get his money, blah, blah, blah. But, we're not talking about that shit. We're talking about the sport, bro. We're not talking about, you got to get that money, bro. Yeah, but everybody's open to criticism. That's the whole point of this media shit. Right. That's why they talk about basketball players. They don't talk about, LeBron's making nobody cares, bro. If LeBron's missing the shot, he's missing the fucking shot. So at the end of the day, bro, I just thought it was a disgrace to the sport. Because on one end, you got the casuals, right? The casuals don't see the weight difference. They see Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. Yeah. And if Gervonta Davis doesn't fuck up Jake Paul, they're going to think Jake Paul is some pound-for-pound champion type of...
The size difference, the exhibition label, and the Netflix circus vibe have many fans skeptical. Some even say this isn't boxing. It's WWE with gloves.
I think he's hit the lottery, isn't he? Everyone wanted that ticket, didn't they, to fight Jake Paul? He's got it. Why has he got it? Probably because he's half the size of Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a very good sort of white-collar-esque boxer. He looks good on the pads a bit, but there's levels to this game. I think ultimately, when you add it all up, Jake Paul is good for...
Others argue it disrespects the sport when a 200 lb cruiserweight is clowning a 135 lb champion on stage with balloon animals.
Start to break down a Tank Davis versus Jake Paul fight. Tank, a massively powerful fighter at 135 pounds, but his punch output is among the lowest in the sport. Jake has a pretty decent punch output for a guy that's 200 pounds. He hits hard in his own right, but doesn't have the skill and capabilities anywhere close, or the feet, or the hand speed, or the eyes anywhere close to Tank Davis, but has a power that Tank Davis has probably never felt, but just because Jake is naturally 70 pounds bigger than him, right? So 10 rounds, 3 minutes. Who starts to show the wear and tear first? I know if Tank touches him on the jaw, it's probably not going to feel like roses, regardless if he's 135 or 150 or whatever he steps in that night. He's still a Tank and has still put guys down as he's gone up in weight, but Jake is just so much bigger. How much will the power that Tank has at the lower weight class?
And let's not forget, Tank himself has said he doesn't take Jake seriously. Critics point out that if Tank wins, it's expected. If he loses, it's a disaster. So, what's the point?
The fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how he look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from love to hate.
Even seasoned promoters are skeptical of this matchup. They see the headlines, the social media buzz, and the Netflix deal, recognizing it as a business move first and a fight second.
Well, I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
That sounds like an excuse to me. People, Jake always gets a hard time, for not fighting the best and top guys. And here he is fighting a current world champion, a pound for pound guy, and obviously showing he's taking all comers.
A pound for pound guy. I don't think that neither one of them are going to prove anything. I think that it's going to be an exhibition. So, and being that it's an exhibition, that means that nothing's going to happen anyway. It's different if with a fight in which somebody's going to win. It's different. I mean, it's like it's one of those situations where it just doesn't make sense to anybody that's a real boxing fan. It doesn't make sense at all.
One fan even tweeted, "This isn't Tank versus Jake. This is boxing versus credibility." Still, the flip side is clear. Whether you love it or hate it, people are talking about it. In today's boxing world, attention is everything. The truth is, this fight isn't just Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. It's about boxing's future. On one side is Jake Paul, YouTuber turned pay-per-view disruptor, selling fights with viral stunts, social media, and Netflix deals. On the other is Tank Davis, the embodiment of raw talent, built in the gym and tested in real wars.
Unfixable. I don't hate your brother. You guys need to fight guys your same size. When you fought Floyd, you are massive. He did hit you with a fucking bomb, and you fucking ate it. He's gonna fight Gervonta Davis. Who do you got? Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than Floyd, but he's too small. Your brother's gonna be able to get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up.
I hear your critique on fighting guys the same size as you. Is that why you guys wouldn't let me fight Conor?
Yeah, you're fucking huge. Conor weighs 145 pounds, 155 pounds.
Yeah.
This fight isn't about belts. It's about bragging rights, business, and who truly rules boxing in 2025.
How much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I'll weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the clown, buddy. You're the clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female? Like, come on, it would be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing what's the name about that? But P Diddy. When things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No.
After that backstage punch, the line between hype and real bad blood completely disappeared.
Again, we two guys from different worlds that's still on the same that one goal, and that's to make sure our family, our kids, and everything is okay. So shout out to Jake Paul for coming with me and making this event happen, and his team, and what is MP Promotions, Netflix, Al Heyman, everybody.
Turns out he can't read just like Floyd.
Oh, MVP. MP. Oh.
You got it, champ.
I'm not worried about that.
You got it, champ.
People talk all day. It's cool.
So, here we are, chaos backstage, Tank Davis punching Jake Paul, security pulling them apart, and the boxing world buzzing louder than ever. November 14th in Miami, live on Netflix. This fight isn't just an exhibition anymore, it's personal. The question now, did Jake win the mental battle? Or did Tank show he's ready to end Jake Paul once and for all? Drop your predictions in the comments. Who you got, Tank or Jake? Smash that like button if you think Tank will shut Jake up, and don't forget to subscribe.